Let's talk about the mustache. In 782 AD, Alexander Schmear II was noted as saying, "Show me a man with a finely groomed upper lip, and I will show you a leader of great men." That's not true, but I am willing to bet you could not confirm that it wasn't said by somebody at some point in time. So that's kind of neat. What is true is that the word mustache has two correct spellings. That's very neat. Facial hair has come and gone over the times. Archaeologists believe that even cavemen shaped their beards and mustaches, and that was a while ago. In England, during the Elizabethan era, King James I and his son set themselves apart in what was at that point a heavily bearded time and place. They set themselves apart by shaping up their mustaches and handlebars, and soon after that became a trend. The 17th century beards kind of left popular fashion, and a rise of the mustache took place. Beards kind of became repopularized when soldiers returned home from wars, fairly unshaven and unkempt. Then there's been kind of a rise and fall in the concerns of bacteria and fungus from lack of skin care and skin health procedures. The Great Depression saw the shaving of all facial hair due to job concerns. Apparently, the mustache was likened to that of a neck tattoo in terms of your hireability. Mustaches came back in, but then in the 1940s, a certain ridiculous dude over in Germany kind of put a bad name to the pencil mustache, and so that went out again. This would have been the time that folks were growing a thicker, bushier mustache and handlebars. In the 1960s and 70s, the beard came back in, pushing the mustache back out a little further. Then the 80s hit the stage, and I've got two words for you: Tom Selleck. Then the 90s hit the stage, and I got another two words for you: Richard Burke. Also Tom Selleck. There seems to be a bit of a tightrope walk, especially in the last 20 or 30 years, that mustachioed men seem to walk, and that rope kind of teeters the line of hefty confidence or creepiness. But I like to think that for the most part it's confidence. Most importantly, and now every year, a certain time of year, a movement started, and it started in 2003. It's called No Shave November. It's also called Movember. So every year in the fall, in November, we get to see an unruly and unkempt wild man come back into life and reimagine their face. But the cause is an incredible one, and one that I share deeply and am passionate about, and a lot of that is men's health. The whole idea, while fun to grow facial hair and play with it for a month or two, is to bring an awareness to men's mental health, suicide prevention, prostate cancer, and testicular cancer. One thing I know that I'm not good at, and most men are not, is talking about their health, talking about their mental state, and getting it checked out. And so that's what this movement is about. All of this to say that in the fall, when you're looking at a fellow with a hefty stash, don't just look at the stash, look at the fellow behind the stash. If it's like March or April, maybe just look at the stash. But in November, look at the fellow behind the stash. I pray for you a good day and good mental health.